What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me. I know this is not the time that I normally go live, but I wanted to share with y'all tonight and hop in. And I just did a whole live video and the sound quality was horrific. So here I am doing it again. So I am praying that this sounds so much better. I'm praying that it does. How y'all doing? Happy New Year. It's the first time that we're hanging out since the beginning of 2023, like 2 days ago when it actually first started. So what's going on, y'all? Okay, so let's dig into what's happening. First and foremost, if we have absolutely never met before, I want you to know that I am Demita McGee. So if someone shared this video with you, what's going on, you guys? I'm the creative mind behind the Christian Founders Academy, and the entire purpose of our company, the entire purpose of these videos is to help existing and aspiring entrepreneurs align their business with biblical principles. That is the entire purpose and mission behind what we do. And one small thing that you can do to help this mission, if you are looking at us on YouTube, is just merely subscribe to this channel. Okay. If you are looking at us on Facebook, guess what? You can actually like this video. You can share this video. All right. So what's up to you guys as you're coming in? Thank you so much to our live viewers. Once again, prayerfully, you can hear me well. I was having some audio issues earlier, so we are re-recording this video, re-sharing. So what's going on, you guys? I wanted to hop in here really quick. As you'll notice, the title of this video is Do Not Sleep on Yourself. Don't sleep on yourself. I got a really amazing comment on a YouTube video and it just blessed me so much. And when we think about stuff like this, we're usually the ones, if you are having trouble hearing me, by the way, too, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're having trouble hearing me. But we're usually the ones, or this is how I think of myself. I'm usually the one that's thinking about the person who's been really impactful, or something like that. But it shocked me when I got this comment today. What's going on, beautiful? How are you this evening? Thank you so much for joining me live. I appreciate you. Hopefully you can hear me well. I've been having some audio issues today, so I updated some settings, deleted the video that did not look too good or sound too good, and we're doing it again. So prayerfully you can hear me perfectly well. And Happy New Year, beautiful. But I got this comment today on this video, you guys, and it was so profound that I wanted to share it. Hold on, let me find it. Here it is right here. Simple comment, super impactful. She says to me, she or he, I apologize, I don't know the person exactly. In my devotional time this morning, I thought of you with this scripture. You did not choose me, but I chose you. And I appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit that will last. That's John 5:16. And she continued by saying, thanks for encouraging us, and be encouraged. You guys, that was such a big deal for me. It was such a huge, huge deal. Let me just double check really quick. I'm having some... I want to make sure that we're all good with this audio here, because that's going to bother me if I can't verify it. So I don't want to do a full video if you guys cannot hear me well. So let me just double check it really quick. Let's see how we sound. It's working perfectly. It's working perfectly. All right, good. I feel much better now. Much better. Okay, so the thing that made me feel amazing about her comment was the fact that during somebody's devotion time, they thought about me. During their devotion time, during their quiet time with the Lord, they thought about me. Yo, that's a huge deal. I mean, we think of ourselves as, we think about the people who are impacting us. But oftentimes we don't think about the impact that we make on other people. And so today, I really want to encourage you to do exactly what the title of this video says. Do not sleep on yourself. Like, it's that big of a deal. And so one of the ways that I really want to help this year, like, this is such a big deal to me, you guys. I'm so grateful. Like, I honestly cannot believe that I get the opportunity to do what it is that I do. To know that God chose me for such a special assignment, it just does more than make my heart smile. And so there is something that you are also meant to do, and you know it. That's the thing. There's something on your heart. There's something tugging at you. And the more you try to ignore it, the more it will not go away. I promise you, I tried to completely turn my face away from anything that had to do with ministry. 20 years ago was the first time I felt like a little bit of a call to go into ministry. And y'all, I ignored that thing. Like, for real, ignored it. What's up, John? How are you, love? Like, really ignored it. And here we are 20 years later, me finishing up a degree in divinity. Where'd that come from? I tried to ignore it. I tried. And so we know when there's something that's like pulling and tugging at our hearts. And so you know that there are people that you are called to help, or maybe you don't know. And I think that is part of what I want to remind you of today and why you can't sleep on yourself. There's somebody that you don't even know about that is waiting for you to walk in the calling, whatever that is. They're waiting for you to accept the assignment, whatever that is. They're waiting for you to actually create the business, launch the program, do the podcast, start the website, do the masterclass, create the webinar, write the book. They're waiting on you to do whatever it is that God placed in your heart, whatever it is. And because your fear is stopping you from taking the first step, and in some cases, it may not be fear. It may be that you don't know what step to take. Because you're not taking that step, you don't even realize that there are people that you are holding up, that God has literally attached to you, like attached to you. And so when I read a comment like the one that was left for me today, it blows my mind, but it encourages me because it lets me know I'm on the right path. I'm doing the right things. I am in the lane that I am supposed to be in. And 6 years ago, when I launched my coaching company, I didn't even want to be a coach. Dang, does God know what is best and puts you in your lane. And when you are there, it feels so good. Hey, Ann, what's up, beautiful? Happy New Year. You and your just beautiful, stunning family. Your son is looking like a whole young man now. Like, when did they grow up on us like that? A whole man, right? And so today, y'all, I don't want you to sleep on yourself. And what I'm doing is today I want to talk to you about the Christian Founders Academy, because there is somebody, right? I am connected to you. Connected. You are so welcome. He is so handsome. You are so welcome. I look at my son, Jalen, who is 15. Y'all, he'll be 16 in March, and it just blows my mind. Like, I just can't even. But there's someone, we are connected in the spirit, and it is my job to serve you. I was born to serve you. I don't always know who you are, but this is what I do know. God connects us. And for that, I am so grateful. Really quick, shout out, I forgot to say this in the beginning, to everybody that picked up their copy of the Founders Journal. Y'all, I'm so grateful. Y'all been showing out with this journal, and I appreciate you. The feedback has been incredible, amazing, and I'm just grateful. So if you grabbed your Founders Journal, make sure you open up to that like first page and get your bonus resources, because they are in there. Thank you so much, Ann. I see you tagging family and friends. I appreciate you. So thank you. Shout out. That was the first thing I wanted to say, and I forgot that, so I had to get back to that. And so the Christian Founders Academy, there is someone that I am meant to serve you. I am. And you may be trying to figure out how do I get this thing out of my heart that is literally harassing me. It is stalking me. I cannot, no matter how much I keep pushing it to the side, I cannot get away from it. It literally keeps me up at night. I have tried to ignore it, but Demita, I got to be honest with you. I'm scared to take the steps. I'm scared to put myself out there. I understand, but it's not going to go away. And the great thing about it is when you take those steps, even when you're fearful, you're going to gain this amount of confidence that you never even knew was there. The enemy wants to keep you stuck. Oh my God, he wants to keep you stuck. And the reality is that he uses your lack of confidence. He uses imposter syndrome. He uses social media so you can see other people's lives and think they're so much better than yours. He uses all of that stuff to make you feel unworthy of the calling that God has placed on your life. He uses all those things so you don't move forward. But I'm here to tell you that God placed those things in your heart for a reason. You are equipped for them. You are truly equipped. And so today, my job is to encourage you. Now, for the person that Christian Founders Academy is for you, I am excited for you because I'm floored that God is using me for this assignment. For the person who is listening and you're encouraged, but Christian Founders Academy is not for you, I'm still grateful for you. And I'm so happy that something that I can say today would encourage you. All right. So listen, let's talk about what this is and how it helps and who it's for. Because see, guess what? You are not too late. We have orientation tonight. You are not too late. Listen, if you're the person, the way Christian Founders Academy is organized, you guys, is you have access to every program, each program that is designed in there. And the entire goal is to take you from the idea that God placed in your heart to actually creating it and bringing it into this world. And so we focus on a 3-part framework through these programs. Number one, did you know you have a God-ordained competitive advantage? You do. You have a God-ordained competitive advantage that nobody can compete with. Not me, nobody. There's nobody on the planet that can compete with what God ordained you to do. Oftentimes, we just don't know how to extract it and how to actually figure out what it is. And so we find ourselves in this position where we're like, okay, listen, I'm multi-talented. I got several things that I could do. Should I do this? Should I do this? And you end up picking the one that you feel like makes you the most money. Am I talking to somebody? All right. You can say amen or ouch. It doesn't matter. Either one. I feel you. I understand. That was me. I get it. Right. And so the reality is, how do you decide what it is that you should focus on? Whether you want to have your own side hustle, part-time gig, full-time gig, legacy business, wealth generating business. How do you figure out where to start? Well, you start with your God-ordained competitive advantage. I help you extract that. How do we do that? Through an amazing program called the Start Your Business Bootcamp. You have access to that in the Academy. It is an 8-day bootcamp that walks you through how to extract that business out of you, how to extract that idea. This is the other thing about it that's so powerful, is that you know how you create something and then you're like, nobody wants this. I created it and it's crickets out here. Like nobody is responding. There is a way for you to figure out if what you want is something people actually want to purchase. If what it is that you're creating, we walk you through exactly how to do that. You know, another thing that's really important. Let's say, for example, you're not trying to create a side hustle. There's nothing wrong for those who want to, but let's just say you want to actually do a legacy business. And so you want to know from jump, is this a scalable offer that I'm creating because I don't want to waste my time with something that's not, that I got to change later unnecessarily? Guess what? We walk you through what a scalable business is. Scalable, meaning that it can grow. The wonderful thing about scalability is that means it's almost limitless, almost unlimited, right? So you can grow exponentially and you can also make sure that you can grow in a scalable way. You can design your business from jump for that. Okay. The next thing that's important, once you've done all of this, now the next step is, okay, so now that I got this service, now I know it's scalable. Now I know people want it. What do I do next? You guys, it's a 3-part framework, a proprietary framework that I'm going to teach you. And the first thing we're going to talk about is that God-given competitive advantage that you have that nobody else can take from you and compete with you on. That's number 1. The second part of the framework that we're going to talk about is your God-ordained audience. I said before, there are people, you are listening. I am meant to serve you. I may not know you right now, but we are connected now. I'm meant to serve you. Before the very foundation of the world, when God ordained me to do what I do, he knew that I would be connected to you. It's not a shock to him. It might shock us, but it's not to him. So I'm going to show you, how do you connect with the people that you are meant to serve? You know what makes that special? The mere fact that you're meant to serve them is that nobody can take them from you. You can't take someone from anybody else. God designed it so you can serve who it was He created you to serve. And we're going to walk through how to identify them and then how to put yourself in a position where you're magnetically attractive to them. And then that third part of the framework is our God-inspired design. This is where, now that you know what you're offering, who you're offering it to, now, Demita, how do I offer it? How do I actually create this service that you're talking about? That's what we focus on in the third part of the framework. You guys, we walk you through each part. Every single part. Is there a service that you have in your heart right now? And you're like, I just don't know how to put it together. What if I walked you through how to create your own 3-part framework? That's exactly what we do in the Academy. I walk you through how to create your own. How do you do that? And then once you create that, guess what happens? You can articulate it. That's the difference. And so now you can explain to people what it is you do. And when you can explain that, see, this is what happens for me. People know that I help women. I'm a Christian women's business coach. So that means you don't have to be a believer to work with me. But guess what? I'm sprinkling Jesus on everything. So if you're not a believer, that means that you still gonna hear about him because he is woven intricately and intimately into my business model. And so that's what I teach. And so someone knows that if there's someone that they know that wants to start a business and they want to do it and they want it aligned with biblical principles, I got somebody that you should talk to. I can connect you with my girl, Demita. That's what happens when you have an actual framework. You know what it is that you're teaching people how to do. You have an organized, systematic business model. And because you can communicate it better, people know what you do. They know who you are, and they can easily refer you as a result. Okay. Another thing, a lot of the people that I work with have never worked with a coach before. Let me explain. If I ask, have you worked with a coach? Most people will say not in a one-on-one basis. You know why? Because it's exceptionally expensive often to work with a coach one-on-one. It is costly to work with me one-on-one, but it's less when you do it in a group format. But this is the challenge. When I ask that question, people will say, no, not one-on-one, but I have worked, like in a group, or I'm taking an online course. And the problem is they become too overwhelming. I can't do all the things by myself. I get it. That is why Christian Founders Academy is organized the way it is organized. Listen, having been a coach for the last 6 years, you guys, I understand how this works. I've sold masterclasses. I've sold online courses. I've sold all the things. And guess what I do know? I know this. I know that when you dig into it, you're excited, you start working, and then the questions come when you start trying to execute what it is you learn. Even if you learn it live, you hop on the live sessions, you go through all of it, and now you're trying to do it. Made perfect sense when you were listening. Now you're trying to do it, and you're like, I don't even understand this, and I got questions. That's why Christian Founders Academy is organized the way it's organized. See, we have live sessions, live, right? You're going to hear from me live, but guess what we also have? Live Q&A. Every single month, you get to ask the questions to help you actually execute. It is not my desire to have you enroll in Christian Founders Academy and not get results. The goal is for you to figure out exactly what service you are going to provide, how to make that service and turn it into a scalable business model where you are profitable and you are working in your purpose on purpose, because we collectively are going to make a massive impact in the kingdom. If you don't do that, what good is it for you and what good is it for me? But that's exactly what we do. And we do it together. Okay. And because I understand those questions arise during execution, guess what? I'm there with you through the execution phase. All right. Another challenge that a lot of people have is, I have all these thoughts. I have all these ideas. I have all these goals, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it all by myself. And I feel really alone. One of the biggest challenges that people have is working in silos. If you're in front of your computer at home working, I'm in front of my computer at home working. And so you miss the community aspect. That's one of the things about Christian Founders Academy that we have the community. So you have a group of like-minded individuals that are pushing towards goals just like you. And I promise you, it matters. It matters. You have people that can hold you accountable. You have people that can continue to encourage you. And guess what else we teach? We teach discipline, not motivation. Motivation wears off. Discipline you do because you know it's something that you need to get done. We focus on the discipline of building what it is that God has placed in your heart so you can make the impact you need to make. Discipline is internal and doing what needs to be done because it needs to be done. When this journal that I've said thank you to everyone who's purchased, this journal, you guys, a little over a month ago did not even exist. After Thanksgiving, I talked to my amazing assistant and talked to her, and I was like, listen, I'm thinking about doing this journal. And guess what I did? Over the course of 2 to 3 weeks, I just worked on it. Discipline. And within 4 weeks, within those first 3 weeks, I had a proof in my hand, writing in it to see how it felt. Another week later, we got a finished journal out into the marketplace. It's getting a great reception from the people who have purchased it. Discipline. Just doing the things that needed to be done every day. That's it. Not motivated, but discipline. Motivated too, but discipline. Okay? Another challenge that people have, or that what they want to know, is what if I want to get my business up and running like in the next 90 days to me, the next 3 months, like it's the beginning of the year. I am motivated. I'm on discipline. How do I get my business up and running in the next 3 months? Let me tell you something. When I launched my company back in 2016, 6 years ago, it would be 7 in September. I was profitable in the first 3 months, within the first 90 days. Does that mean that you absolutely will be? I'm not going to lie to you. No, it doesn't. I'm not that coach. You know why? It doesn't mean that it will. It can. And it might, but why might it not? Because see, I can't tell you to just do what I did so you can have the success that I had. I can't tell you that. You know why? Because we have a different network. We have a different skill set. We have different motivations. We have different levels of discipline. We have different levels of commitment. We have different visions. All of those things matter. We have different environments. I have an incredibly supportive environment in my home. Not everybody does. And all of that matters when you're building a business. But what I can tell you and almost promise you and guarantee is that if you stick with this program and you do what it is that I'm sharing with you, you will absolutely have success. No question. Okay. Another question. Another thing when it comes to Christian Founders Academy, you may be wondering, okay, listen, I want to create a program. I want to create actionable steps that get people results. Like, can you teach me how to do that? Yes. This is what we do. What if I could show you, just like I talked about my 3-step framework, what if I could show you how to have your own 3-part framework? What if I could show you how to do that? The reality is I can, and I will. So you can take your service, you can break it down, you can make it very clear, very defined, articulate it, and present it to the person that you are ordained to serve. You absolutely can, right? One of the biggest challenges that a lot of the people that I work with have is the fact that they feel ill-equipped for business. They feel ill-equipped for their calling. And so they lack confidence and they really struggle with imposter syndrome. We crush confidence challenges. We kill imposter syndrome. We don't give the enemy any room for you to feel stuck. One of the things that I wrote down the other day, I learned from all sources. And I am a huge fan of elite sports. And one of the things that I heard a player say about his coaches is not so much that he just understands the game. He's exceptional at understanding the game, but he understands the business and emotional side of the game, how to build the people. One of the things that's important to me is building the people and helping you become the best version of yourself. And that's a powerful part about what we do in the academy. We kill imposter syndrome. Because let me tell you, Paul tells us in Galatians that he wasn't appointed by any human person and by any authority, but by God himself, who he was the one that appointed him, nobody else. You, same thing. That thing that's in your heart, God placed it there. He appointed you. You don't need the approval of anybody, not mama, not daddy, not nobody. All right. So This is what you can expect from the Christian Founders Academy. You can expect results. You're going to tap into your God-given competitive advantage, you guys. We're going to crush those limiting beliefs, literally uproot the ones that are holding you back so you can actually kickstart your business and start earning more and earning consistently. We're going to help you connect with a God-given audience that you are destined and created to serve, and then help you uncover that scalable business that is there. What's important is that you understand that confidence comes from within, and the bigger impact you want to make, you can actually do that. You can go from being this overworked, overwhelmed, doing all the things on all the platforms kind of entrepreneur, right? To the person who has a step-by-step game plan and system that details what it is that you need to focus on. So you can actually launch your business and you can really grow your business. Go from the scared solopreneur with no sales and no confidence. Get away from that person. Become a purpose-filled, profitable business owner, entrepreneur who attracts the perfect client, right? And the reason that we do this is so you can work on your own terms. You can create a schedule that works for you, so you can be with the people who matter most to you, and then doing the things that matter the most to you in your life. My mission is to literally help you have the confidence to make a bigger impact so we can get freedom through entrepreneurship. So we can impact the kingdom through entrepreneurship. That's what I was placed here to do. You can expect through Christian Founders Academy that you're going to create a scalable service, that you're going to learn how to generate money consistently every single month, make more money than you're making now. You're going to get massive levels of confidence. When you hang around me, you absolutely will, because I'm going to remind you of who you are and whose you are. And you're going to get the clarity that you need for that step-by-step blueprint, so you can actually create the service that you desire. So really quick, the Academy is for you, okay? If you want to start a service-based business, but you don't know what to sell. If you know what to sell, but you don't know what steps to take. If you've tried to start a business before, but you couldn't quite get your footing because you didn't know what to do next, right? If you struggle with doubt, self-confidence, imposter syndrome, you're not making $1,000 a month on a consistent basis. You want to make $2,000. You want to make more. You want to create a service, but you don't know how to create it. You want your business to align with biblical principles. You want to be a part of a high achieving community, or a community of high achieving women who actually challenge you to be the best version of yourself. You want better clients. You want more qualified clients. You're a professional. You want to pursue freedom through entrepreneurship. You want to upgrade your social circle, and you are looking to actually start a business, service-based business, and you just need a proven blueprint. That's what the Academy is for. And you can actually enroll today for as little as $197 to get started. There are payment plans, right? And this is the amazing thing about the Academy. I wanted to make this so affordable for you because I don't want anything to get in the way. You guys have cell phone service that costs more than this every single month. You got cable that costs more than this every single month, and you're not getting a return on it. And see, I want you to win. And I don't want you to just win, y'all. I want you to actually win really, really big. And the Academy can help you do that. Like I said, we actually have orientation tonight, so you can actually start tonight, right? For as little as $197, that's what will get you started. Okay. I don't see any questions. I'm so grateful and excited that you hung out with me for a few minutes here. I'm going to hop off of here for just a second. I want to share this with you, and then I'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds. Welcome back. So the Academy is open for enrollment. Listen, if you are ready to align your business with spiritual or with biblical principles, if you are ready to launch, grow, scale your business, the Academy is for you. I am so honored and grateful to be the face of this company. This is God's company. I am merely the face. And so if you know that thing is tugging at your heart and will not let you sleep at night, don't sleep on you. Bet on you. You've got this. And I'm so honored to be able to play whatever role in your journey. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Y'all have a good night. And if you're joining the Academy, I absolutely cannot wait to work with you. I'll see you tonight. Bye-bye.